Yes.
All right, well, speak up clearly so that everyone can hear what you have to share.
All right, my first question is expand more on the idea of Adam and Eve, and were a lot of the stories in the Bible just kind of made up stories?
They are allegorical for the most part, although there are parts of them that are somewhat literal. But overall, they are used as metaphors to describe things that there was really no understanding or language for on one level, but the concepts were understood and framed in story-like ways, in parable ways that could be understood by the people of the time more clearly. So the idea, for example, of Adam and Eve is simply the recognition of the beginning of what you would call the human race by the genetic manipulation of an extraterrestrial race. Using the natural hominid species that evolved on your planet that you refer to as either Homo habilis or Homo erectus, that were genetically altered to contain some of the extraterrestrial genetics and create what you now refer to as yourselves as Homo sapien. The idea in an ancient language is that Adam or Adama simply means man.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
All right, my second question is I've been following your teachings for about a month now.
Oh, all right.
And last Tuesday I had a dream, and
Yes.
And it told me to go back to Alabama. That's where I'm from, but it didn't really say anything else. It said it was very clear and very distinct. It said go back to Alabama, and then I woke up.
Yes.
Kind of confused.
You're confused.
I wasn't really that confused, but I was like, I don't want to go back. I came to California to...
All right. But what does Alabama mean to you in terms of an energy state? Not necessarily the physical state.
It's a low energy for me.
A
low energy.
A low energy.
Yes.
All right. And so that is not an energy state you wish to go back to.
Correct.
All right. So you were given an opportunity to decide for yourself in that dream whether that was a state you preferred or not.
I believe so.
All right. And so now you have clarity about the fact, even more so than before, that that is not an energy state you wish to experience.
Well, in the dream, it basically said go back to Alabama. I mean, I looked at it as an opportunity to either start a business because it's cheaper down there, but
is that what excites you?
That's what I've been trying to work on for the past.
You've been trying to work on?
Trying, yes.
Well, let me give you some help, if I may.
Please.
If there is any hesitation at all in your answer of yes, when asked if something excites you, then the hesitation is an indication that that's not what excites you. Any hesitation. Yes. So you don't have to try and work on it. All you have to do is ask the same question you were asked in the dream, the same kinds of questions. That's why you were given the question. Because it shows you, it demonstrates to you how you can easily understand what the direction of your true self is by asking a question and finding out how quickly you answer that question positively or negatively. Yes or no. Because that tells you exactly what is true for you. Or at least gives you an opportunity to find out why you're answering the way you're answering. Because sometimes you can certainly disguise your excitement and make it seem to not be your excitement. Conversely, you can also take something that is really not your excitement and pretend that it is, so that you don't face or have to face the fears that come up when you actually move in the direction of your true excitement.
I think I'm disguising it. That's what I feel. I'm disguising my excitement.
Yes. All right. But the idea is that you can decide for yourself what is really preferable. Because the idea of acting on your highest excitement means that all the components of it have to really be in alignment with your excitement. What it is you're doing, how it is you're doing it, where it is you're doing it, with whom you're doing it, so on and so forth, have to all line up, or it's not really a full expression of your excitement. So by asking yourself or telling yourself from another level to go back to Alabama and finding out what your reaction to that is, you get an opportunity to decide whether that actually is in your best interest by looking deep within yourself to see if you are making it seem not exciting when it could be, or whether it's truly, truly not representative of what would really excite you in life. And if you find that it is really not representative of what would excite you in life, then any other factor you need to consider doesn't really need to be considered to the detail that you are considering it. For example, as you said, well, maybe I need to move my business there because it's cheaper. But if that's not really a place that's representative of your excitement, then the success of your business doesn't have to require a state where it's cheaper. That means you will attract what you need to do it where you are more excited to do it. You understand?
Yes, but why would I have the dreams? It was so vivid, and then I woke up, and so I felt like it was my spirit guide, because a week before I asked the spirit guide to show me something. I didn't ask for anything.
There you go.
I didn't ask for anything specific. But
the spirit guide knows what you need to hear. And telling you to go back to Alabama doesn't mean you have to go back to Alabama. It's telling you, look at your response or reaction to the statement. And that will guide you. In other words, let me give you a simplified version of this. Sometimes people on your planet find they have a difficult time making a decision between this or that. Yes?
Correct.
And sometimes you say, well, flip a coin. Well, sometimes that's actually not a bad idea, because when you flip the coin, whatever it comes up, you'll see if you feel, yes, that's what I wanted, or darn, I wish it was the other side.
Yes.
And that may give you an immediate answer, because then you can realize, well, you don't have to do it just because it came up tails, because you now realize that you actually preferred heads. So it's another way, another permission slip of making your decision more definitive by really paying attention to the energy of your response to a statement. Yes? So the idea, the sentence, go back to Alabama, is as definitive a statement as the flipping of a coin. Heads or tails.
So don't take the dream literally. So
take it for the literalness of the energy you experienced within yourself in response to the statement.
Okay.
Because the things that excite you don't necessarily have to come to fruition in the way that you think. So never pay attention to what something appears to be on the surface, even that sentence. There is an underlying reason why the sentence is there, and you will understand the underlying reason when you pay attention to your response to it, not to the sentence itself. The sentence is just a mechanism to get you in touch with how you really feel about that reality, and to point out to you that if you really, really understand that being in Alabama is not in alignment with your true vibration of excitement, then you don't have to worry about the details like, well, maybe it needs to be in a place that's cheaper. Because excitement is a whole kit. It's a holistic idea. And if you know any one part of it, then all you have to do is simply look for the other things that have equal excitement, and not get in your own way by making negative assumptions that don't have to be made, because you don't need to work out all the details. It's already worked out. All you need to do is know what the excitement is, take whatever action you can on it to the best of your ability, and have absolutely zero insistence or assumption as to what the outcome ought to be, knowing that whatever the outcome is, it will be the perfect outcome, and you will attract with synchronicity everything you need to allow it to be what it needs to be as an expanded representation of your excitement. Is this helping? Or am I confusing you?
No, you're not confusing me. I'm just trying to wrap my head around. Why would the spirit guides give me something that was so unclear?
It's not unclear. It's very clear. When you were given the sentence, go back to Alabama,
right?
What was the first reaction you felt?
I didn't want to go. I'm like,
how clear is that? It's very clear. All I'm saying is, give yourself a moment to figure out whether your response is actually indicative of a true reflection of your excitement, or whether you're coloring it to make it seem unexciting when it might be. But as soon as you figure out that it might actually be representative of your true excitement, if that's what you figure out, you have your clear answer. Don't go there, because it's not representative of your excitement. It's not representative of your path. How much clearer does it need to be?
By having the spirit guide saying, don't, something more clearer,
Why do you keep saying it's not clear? Oh, all right. We understand why. Thank you. Your spirit guide's actually helping. You have an assumptive definition in your mind the way you think guides are supposed to talk to you.
Correct.
That is incorrect.
So how are they supposed to talk?
The way that they gave it to you invokes a process. Life is about the process you go through in discovering what you're truly all about. They don't just hand you answers on a platter. That's not living. That's having someone live your life for you, like you are a puppet on a string. Go here, go there, do this now, go to sleep, wake up, brush your teeth. So the idea is that a guide does their job best when they allow you to be your own best guide, because that's what they're training you to do. That's why they are a guide, not a do-it-all-for-you person. So they will always give you the information in a way that invokes a process. And the process actually was a very simple one. All you had to do was pay attention to your reaction to the statement, and you had your answer. Very simple. But that's what they're training you to do. Pay attention to your response to statements so that you know how to guide yourself. Because you know how you feel when you're given a proposal. When you're given a statement, you know how you feel about it. The only thing you have to do is make sure you're not coloring it to make it seem something other than what it is. But when you are clear about the idea that your response is a genuine, authentic response, your answer is clear. But you had to go through a process in order to get it, because it's not going to be done for you.
Do you have a name for my guide?
So that when I talk to it, I won't just make up a name or just say, "Hey, spirit guide." And, I would like to be more personable with the guide.
The guide says you may use Philip.
Okay, I'll use Philip. Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yes.
All right. If in another dream the guide gives you another name, then you can use that too, or you can stick with Philip. It's up to you.
All right.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Is there something else?
Not at this moment.
All right, then thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
First, I want to thank you very much for your messages.
We thank you for the co-creation and allowing us to reflect back to all of you what you already know.
My first question is, do I have a contract with the grace?
Yes.
Which kind of contract?
A contract to allow certain genetic patterns within you to form templates upon which hybrid beings can be created.
What are my options?
What are your options? Is that what you're asking? Your options for what?
I had experiences during ayahuasca sessions.
Yes.
That a being, at first I was thinking it was an attack.
It's not an attack. It is simply an opportunity to explore your own fears and let them go. If you want to call those options, then by all means you can. You always have the option to explore a fear, know that you are safe in doing so, and let it go because it no longer serves you as an idea, thus allowing you to become more and more expressive of who you truly are. Is this helping? Or is there some other direction you wanted to take this in? Be specific.
My question is, do I have responsibility to them, or
You have responsibility to everyone, but you're never responsible for anyone. You have the responsibility to them to be yourself as best as you possibly can, because
Yes.
that's what this is all about.
So yes, I tend to
I beg your pardon. You tend or you choose? One implies you are empowered, one implies you are not. I tend, it's out of my control, I don't know what I'm doing, or I choose. Even if it's negative, I choose gives you power to deal with it. I tend removes the power from your hands because it sounds like it's something you can't help. And once you know you have a habit, you don't have it anymore. A habit is something you do you don't know you're doing. If you know you're doing it, it's gone.
So it does not. It makes no difference
What makes no difference?
to know if I have a contract or not, because
It makes a difference in that the contract will reveal itself through the actions of your life, but it isn't always necessary for you to consciously know that the contract is there. The contract will play out in the challenges that you face and the synchronicities that crop up in your life. You'll know it eventually. Maybe you don't need to know it until the end of your life.
okay,
Yes?
just follow my highest excitement.
That's the complete kit that will give you every bit of information you need to live your life as fully as you possibly can. It really is a complete kit. Nothing is left out. Nothing. Is this helping?
Yes.
All
yes,
right.
thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, I have tinnitus since more than 30 years, and it's becoming over the years stronger and stronger. I tried several natural ways to get rid of it.
Get rid of what?
Tinnitus, so this sound in my ear,
Tinnitus.
or tinnitus.
All right.
And maybe you have, I want to ask you if you have a hint or an idea what I can do or what I can change.
Leave your email with the people that run this organization and information will be sent to you. All right?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Something else?
Yes. I was wondering, is the universe, does the universe have a fractal structure?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Your universe does.
our universe.
Yes,
but
not all of them do, but yours does, and many do.
Okay. So I can find a whole new universe in one aspect of this
Yes.
fractal.
Yes.
And
That is usually the way it is laid out when fractals are involved, yes.
yeah.
But there are other ways in which universes can express themselves.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Um,
Is that it?
I have. I'm a medical journalist and I do research.
Is that exciting to you?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Do
Just
research.
checking.
Yeah. And my highest excitement is to find out what my highest excitement is. And then,
Good luck with that.
yeah.
You'll be looking for a long time.
And
When we talk about the idea of acting on your highest excitement, we don't mean it has to come in the form of a career or a project long term. We simply mean at any given moment you have a number of options available to you of things that you can take action on in your life, and all you need to do is act on the one at any given moment that has more excitement than any other, and you'll be doing the same thing. If it ultimately turns into something that you could call a career or a job or a project, that's fine, because one expression of excitement is connected to all other expressions of excitement. That's part of the kit. But you don't have to start that way. You can start with baby steps and just keep acting on what's most exciting that's right in front of your face.
yes, I do.
All right. Well, then you don't have to go looking for what your excitement is, because you're doing what is your highest excitement every moment.
Yes.
By simply making those choices.
Yes, and I'm open to, for changes or new ideas or new ways to live my excitement.
All right. Good for you.
Yes.
Will that do?
Uh,
Will that do?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.